There are so many new beauty releases happening all the time, so we gathered some of the most hyped products from February to test for ourselves. I haven't tried a hard candy product since I was a kid, but this glitter palette blew up on TikTok. This is the Glitteratzi Glitter Eye Palette in Glitz and Cheer. The glitter is not loose, it does have some sort of sticky base that holds it together and makes it really easy to glide on. I was honestly blown away by how pigmented these glitters are. I used my fingers to apply it to my eyes. These top two shades do that thing where depending on what angle your face is at, the glitter disappears and reappears. It's so magical and pretty. I will say that I did get glitter fallout, so I'd recommend using another glitter base to make sure that doesn't happen, but I had fun playing around with this palette. If you're someone who's into glitter, I highly recommend it. Fenty Beauty just came out with the Icon Semi-Matte Refillable Lipstick, so the case and the actual lipstick are sold separately and then you assemble them together. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a minute to figure out, but I did eventually. I got the shade the MVP, which is another universal red from Fenty that's supposed to look good on every skin tone. The shape of the lipstick was actually inspired by Rihanna's iconic Cupid's bow, and I actually found it really easy to sort of map out my lip line with it since I didn't apply any lip liner before. The pigment is incredible and totally full coverage. It's just a very creamy formula that feels so smooth and hydrating on the lips. I can't even believe this is semi-matte. It's definitely not transfer proof, but I was actually really impressed by how it looked after I kissed my hand. Clearly so much product came off, but the lipstick still looked incredible. It is interesting to see regular lipstick releases in the age of mask wearing, but this formula is excellent. NARS has a new foundation formula, the Light Reflecting Advanced Skincare Foundation. NARS knows how to do complexion products so well, and it has a huge hit with this. I've actually been using this for weeks now, and I'm completely in love with it. The foundation is so lightweight on the skin, it feels like you're not even wearing foundation. The coverage is on the light to medium side, but I definitely think you can build it up without it getting cakey. The finish is so nice, it makes your skin look really fresh and dewy without looking oily, and all of my other products layer on top of this foundation really well. KVD Beauty released its Good Apple Lightweight Full Coverage Concealer. The name had me so intrigued because usually full coverage products can get heavy on the skin, and my under eyes are so picky about what concealer they like. I immediately love this applicator shape. It picks up a good amount of product and the shape makes it easy to apply. I could tell from testing it out on the back of my hand that it actually does feel way more lightweight than I expected, but it covers really well. I applied it everywhere I normally apply concealer, let it all sit for a second, and then started blending. This concealer blends like a dream. It just melts into the skin without losing any coverage. I did add a little more on my under eye area just for some extra brightening, and it layered beautifully, no problems there. And then I set it all with the powder, and I think it still looked really good while feeling super light on the face. The name did not lie. Colourpop released these adorable heart-shaped pressed powder blushes just in time for Valentine's Day. They kept selling out, but I managed to get this bright coral shade called Forever Yours. These blushes look deceptively matte in the pan, but if you look at my finger swatch, it's definitely got a pretty sheen, which I love. This blush was so unbelievably pigmented. I tapped my brush off before I applied it, and it still went on this intensely, but I went back in with a clean brush to tone it down, and it looked so much better. This blush formula is really silky and pretty, plus a little goes a really long way, so I love this. Also, I am a sucker for anything heart-shaped. Karla Cosmetics is a totally new brand for me, and I've been dying to try its Shadow Potion Gel Eyeshadow. It's this multi-chrome gel eyeshadow. I swatched it on my hand first, and this texture isn't something I've really tried before. I just went in with my fingers and did gentle tapping motions. It does dry quickly, but not so quickly that you don't have time to work with it. It definitely showed up as more pinky purple on my eyes with olive green on the outer corners. That multi-chrome shift depends on the lighting, so I think it looked more obvious away from direct sunlight. Milk Makeup recently released this Rise mascara. I actually love their Kush mascara, so I was really excited to try this. And then I actually tried it. This is just so average. It took me 3 layers for it to give my lashes any sort of lift, and even that effect was subtle. I've tried drugstore mascaras that have done a lot more for a lot less. This is the mini size and it was 14 bucks. I will say I did love the packaging. This material kind of feels like a pencil grip and I love that. The actual mascara, not so much.